You opened your mutual fund app this morning, read negative return, and your first thought was, I invested in India, my money is in India, so why is everything happening in America affecting me? This is exactly the right question, and today I'm going to answer it completely. Because once you understand this chain, you'll never panic seeing a red portfolio again. You'll know exactly why it happened, what to watch for next time, and what it means for your money going forward. America's problem. So, America has been spending massively for the last few years COVID relief, infrastructure bills, and now Trump's tariff on imported goods, and even the Middle East war. So, all of this has only one outcome. Prices in America are rising. Groceries, rent, flights, fuel, everything is getting expensive for an average American. This is called as inflation. And in April 2026, American inflation has hit a 3-year high. So now America has a central bank called Federal Reserve, and think of it like America's RBI. When inflation rises, a Federal Reserve's only real weapon is to raise interest rates. And when it raises rates, something very specific happens. American government bonds, which are basically loans you give to the US government, start giving very high returns. We are talking 5 to 6%, which are guaranteed. There is zero risk and backed by the most powerful government in the world. So now pause here and think like an investor. Imagine you are managing $1 billion. Your job is to grow that money while keeping risks low. Earlier, when America was giving 1-2% return, you came to India because Indian stock market was already giving you a 12 to 15%. So even if there was a risk, but the reward justified it. Now America itself is offering 5 to 6%, safe, guaranteed, and no currency risk. No political risk, no emerging market risk. So, why would you stay in India? You would not, right? And that is exactly what thousands of global investors have decided. They've started pulling their money out of India, and this is called as FPI outflow, foreign portfolio investor outflow. And this is where your mutual fund gets hit. These investors first sell their Indian stocks and mutual fund holdings to get their money back. Now imagine thousands of large investors selling Indian stocks simultaneously. Basic economics, more sellers is equal to prices crash, your nifty falls, and your net asset value also drops. So your mutual fund owns those same nifty stocks, and which actually ultimately makes your NAV falls too. You did not make a bad investment. Indian companies did not perform badly. Nothing changed in India, but your portfolio is red because of a decision made in Washington DC. This is the reality of globally connected financial world. And here is where it gets even more interesting. When these foreign investors pull their money out of India, and they need to convert their Indian rupees into US dollars because they are going back to invest in America. So suddenly there are millions of people pulling their money out and selling rupees and buying dollars in the currency market, which leads to more demand of dollars and buying dollars, and which ultimately leads to dollar strengthening and rupee weakening. This is not government's failure. This is not the RBI sleeping. This is pure market mechanics playing out in real time. Now, here is where it becomes even more personal for every single Indian, not just the investors. India imports around 85% of its crude oil, and oil is priced in dollars globally. When the rupee was at 82 a dollar, buying oil was cheaper. Now, at 95 rupees per dollar, the same barrel of oil costs more rupees. India's oil imports bill rises by billions of dollars. Oil companies pass this cost forward. Petrol and diesel get costlier, trucks cost more to run, farmers pay more for transport, factories pay more for logistics, your vegetables, your groceries, your everyday product all get slightly more expensive. This is called as cost push inflation. Prices are not rising because people have more money to spend, prices are rising because it now costs more to produce and deliver everything. Now, here is where RBI gets cornered. So RBI cut interest rates, cheaper loans means more people buy homes, companies expand, and economy accelerates. But RBI cannot do that right now because if RBI cuts rate, returns in India become even less attractive. More FPIs leave, rupee falls further. Inflation rises more, the problem gets worse, not better. So RBI is stuck. It cannot cut rates to help the economy without making the currency crisis worse. Home loans stay expensive. Business loans stay expensive, companies borrow less, invest less, hire less, earn less, stock prices stay flat or fall further, and your mutual fund stays red. So, here is what I want to take you away from this. Your SIP and Trump's tariff decision are directly connected, or even the war in US and Iran. Not loosely, not vaguely, directly through a chain that moves within days across continents. This is what global financial integration means. No country is an island anymore. When America sneezes, India catches the gold. When the Federal Reserve speaks, your portfolio listens. But here is the confidence part. Once you understand this chain, red portfolio stops scaring you because you know this is not permanent. When US inflation cools, Federal cuts rates, FPI's return, and rupees strengthen. RBI gets room to cut rates, economy accelerates, markets recover. And this chain works in both directions. So, understanding the why is what separates a panic seller from a patient wealth builder. And if this chain made sense to you, share it with one person who panicked seeing their mutual fund return this week. And if you want the next video on why RBI is stuck and when the home loan rates finally fall, comment RBI below. Thank you.